G'day everyone, it's Doug Jackson from DougsWordClock.com. Today's Wednesday, wahoo! Wednesday's the day where I get to work for myself, making clocks out in the workshop. After Wednesday during the day, I end up going out to the local Sea Scout group where I'm a scout leader, Cub Scout leader, and we get to play with the kids for an hour and a half. Just back from that, and I thought that I'd shoot a quick video of what was inside our 50cm clocks so that people who were making kits could have a little bit of additional guidance. I have done detailed videos of how to make the 30cm clocks, but I have never done one of the 50, and I thought it was probably worthwhile. So here we go. So round we go. So here on the bench is a 50cm clock that I'm in the process of making for someone. We can see if we compare it to a 30cm frame which is beside it, it simply is a larger version of the frame. Because it is a larger frame and it's under significantly more load, we use these, I'll just focus on it, little corner pieces to provide additional support. So you can see in the edge of the frame, in the middle of the frame, again in the corners, in the middle, in the corners, and you can certainly get the idea. And what they do, they actually simply provide additional support so that the frame doesn't flex at all. So the frame components are exactly the same dimensionally that the 30cm clock is made out of. It's just that they're physically larger. Now, if we have a look at the numbering of the wiring on the back, you can see pin 10, pin 19, pin 24. You can read as I go down. It is exactly the same numbering as you'd see on the 8cm clock. That's pin 7 down there, 23, 3, etc. So we'll move up. I find the writing the pin numbers of the 26-way cable that's connected into the controller card really handy when I'm wiring up a clock. So it's exactly the same as the 30cm clocks, it's just bigger. Now if we turn the frame over, you can see again we start off with baffle number 1, baffle number 2, baffle number 3, baffle number 4, 5, 6, and finally baffle number 7, top to bottom. Let the camera focus again, it's having a little bit of a concerning time. Now the biggest difference from a build perspective, apart from physical size, is we need to get a lot more light. So in order to get more light, we use this doubling up of the LED strips. So you can see every single light cell has 2 rows of LED strips. Now as long as the LED strips are placed approximately in the middle of the row, there's no issues at all. The other thing is the LED strips that are inside here aren't necessarily longer. So if we have a look at a sample of a 30cm clock, you can see that in the it is position, there's 1 LED strip wired in there. If we have a look at the it is position of the 50cm clock, we can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now thinking about it, that may well be overkill, but you know, having built a whole pile of these, I'm really enthusiastic about having even illumination, and I would rather have excessive LEDs in there than not enough. So this is absolutely beautiful. The illumination out of these clocks is gold. I'm really happy with these 50s. Now as you can see, this frame is a frame which is a work in progress. It's still on the build bench, and I've only just started doing the wiring. So what in here is important? Let's probably do a quick count. So I'll only count LEDs in the top row. Let's work on the basis that they are duplicated. So there's 3 in the first cell, 2 in the second cell, 2 in the third cell, 1, 2, 3, 4 in that cell, 1, 2, 3 in that cell. Go down there, 1, 2 in that cell, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this cell, 1 in that cell, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This should be a Sesame Street video, shouldn't it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Focus, my baby. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do watch a little bit of the Jerry Ellsworth videos on YouTube here, and it's surprisingly common how people used to point out faulty pixels. I do have people occasionally email me to say, Doug, it wasn't in terribly good focus, so sorry. I'm using the little camera that I happen to have. You'll notice that in some cases there's an offset between the LEDs. If we have a look at the it is cell, we can see that the two sets of 3 LED strips fit within the cell beautifully, so there's no need to do an overlap. In this cell here, which is the it is 1/2 quarter, this is the quarter cell, you can see that we overlap a little bit so that we have complete coverage. Now we only do slight overlaps just to get across to the edge, because we do want the light cell to be fully illuminated. Now, because we're running dual LED strips, you can see that it's important to connect each LED strip together. So when we wire to, I'll use a pointing tool. When we wire to the connections down there, the positive and negative of that LED strip, we want that bottom strip to illuminate and the top strip to illuminate. So what we do is we do little jumper wires, so positive to positive, negative to negative. Simple as that. So when this clock is finished, there'll be the little jumpers in the middle of every single cell. Will have little jumper wires in it, and will of course have all of the normal wiring. So I think that's about it. I've waffled on for about 8 minutes now. You can see fairly clearly that it is literally a 30cm clock on steroids. The frame is really easy to make. The only thing is that you will spend a long time doing wiring. People have commented that there's a massive price difference between the 30cm clock and the 50cm clock when I'm actually selling clocks that I've made, and that's literally because I can wire a 30cm clock up in full 40 minutes. One of these, a day worth of mucking around to get it right. So there's just a massive labour difference. The face, of course, is mounted in the standard way. We use these little tabs, and the back is also put together. Actually, I'll just go and grab the back for this clock so you can also see that. Round we go, past the laser cutter, past some of the clocks that we made today. Now here's the back that I've made for that particular clock. Just remove these stencils. So the back, again, everything about it is about making it stronger. So you can see here that instead of having a single mounting strip. Hopefully we can focus on that, and you can see there's 1, 2 strips across there, and again we use the corner supports in there. Up here we want a nice big long strip for the very top. We'll have corner supports installed, and that gives us a back. And of course the back, if we look carefully at the dimensions, I'll just grab my ruler. Of course these strips are about recessed in by approximately 3 millimeters. And the 3 millimeters, of course, is the thickness allocated to that plate there. So when we finish it, this clock, and I'll just put the camera down, will just fit. And I have to do a little adjustment here. My little corner supports are actually getting in the way, but there we go. So that'll just slide in there, and you can see that when we're in, there's a nice, neat, even edge there. So there we go. Some lucky person in America will get this clock. Every single one of them is handmade. Simple as that, and I really enjoy making them. It's an absolute hoot. Anyway, enough waffling. I hope that that's enough information for people, so have fun, and I'll toodle now. So thank you very, very, very much for considering making the clocks. Again, if anyone has any queries, questions, concerns, send me an email. It's doug@dougswoodclock.com, and I typically respond within about a day. Okay guys, take care, bye.